hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained?
Welcome to the House of Entertainment.
Let me stop. All right, what is going on, entertainers? So Tom Capital with another video. We doing Hollywood hot topics. Before I get started, you already know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what y'all think about this video. First of all, shout out to the Discord because we don't be feeling left out for the people that's not in there, because I'm gonna tell the same jokes I'll be telling in there. So do not feel left out, babes. Do not even do it, okay? You're gonna get the same banter that we say in here, okay? Now, first I wanted to get into y'all is this whole Funky Dineva situation. So if y'all don't remember, I covered it here on the channel, and we also covered a little bit Hip Hop Atlanta. So this is why this is interesting to me, because of everything dealing with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. As we saw from the previous season, Yandy and Mendeecees were not clear as to whether they were separated or not. Mendeecees would not give the cast an answer. Up until the very last episode, he did not give the cast an answer if him and Yandy were together or not. He would not say yes, he would not say no. So let's keep that in mind. And Funky Dineva was mad a couple months ago. This happened recently. I even think it was a couple months ago, with basically Tamar and him and a few others, which now Funky is claiming Mendeecees was there, had a night out. She then went into where she was staying at for the night or whatever, and then her teeth were broken. All of a sudden, she needed dental surgery. So a lot of people assume that either Funky hurt her or they were blaming Funky for not being in her presence or care after like a party night, and claiming that, of course, the party was made that was for Funky. So he should have been there. He got a lot of backlash. He did videos on it. He also went on vehemently telling her to stop talking about him online because he had no clue as to what happened to her teeth. And she was in the hospital when all this was going on, and he was not being defended when all of this backlash was happening. She did not come out and say, hey, stop blaming Funky. He did nothing wrong. So let's state all the facts before we get into it. Now, Tamar has also dropped, in the midst of all that drama, a musical project. So this musical project included like a movie, and it starred Mendeecees, okay? And this project was called Heartbreak Retrograde, the movie, okay? Now, she got a little bit of backlash because Mendeecees was in it, but Mendeecees was acting, she said, okay? Now, he took to YouTube, his YouTube channel, and basically exposed her because she recently did an interview with L'Oreal, and she spoke about the whole situation in regards to Funky, which he then, remember when I said earlier, he would say, stop bringing that up, stop talking about it, because, you know, people are already thinking that I did something to you and I did nothing wrong. So because of this, he became frustrated, went on his channel, and then exposed her for basically and allegedly, new media, messing around with Mendeecees on the low, okay?
Want to be like this? Let's be like this. Part of the problem with this whole thing was, Tamar, is that I was never comfortable with the relationship that you and Mendeecees had in front of me, okay? All of that, you at the music video shoot in your booty shorts, sitting on top of him meeting us up at restaurants every time we met up, I was very uncomfortable with it. And if we're going to tell it, let's tell it all. So since you were throwing a party for a friend's birthday party, do y'all want to know why I did not get out the car and go upstairs with Tamar when we got back to her house? Because after her and Mendeecees got through kissing in the back of that goddamn car, I figured they wanted to be up there privately. That is why when we got dropped off at Tamar's house, I did not go upstairs. I got in my damn car and went home because you was sitting on his lap in that goddamn Uber and y'all ass was kissing. Okay. And the shit made me damn uncomfortable. Okay. Now, if anybody know who happened and what happened to your damn teeth, it's Mendeecees and his best friend, because they was the ones who went upstairs with you. But now, since you want to be like this, let's.
He then continued on further saying, what you guys did up there, he would not know because he was not up there. Now, L'Oreal is with the Morning Hustle radio, and during this interview, she said that she barely knew Mendices, and he was just casted to be in her film. Do I believe that? No. The whole situation with this bothers me because of Funky. Let me tell you why. A lot of people are mad at Funky for exposing her more than they're mad that she may be allegedly messing around with a man that's still legally married. It shows the morals. Like, wasn't y'all just on Summer Walker booty for being Pizza Hut? If Summer Walker is Pizza Hut, Tamar Braxton is Domino's. If Summer Walker is Pizza Hut, Tamar Braxton is Little Caesars. I just don't get the difference. Whether he was separated from her or not, I just don't feel like morally what she's doing is right. And I low-key feel like all of this, of course, is alleged. She's doing this in a way. Y'all ever heard the term hiding stuff in plain sight? That's what all of this situation is giving to me. Like, it's giving a very coordinated scheme and hiding something in plain sight. And it's really diabolical if you really want to think about it. Now, she did come out and basically put out not a press release, but in like a cease and desist letterhead. And which by the way, like, if you're gonna show stuff like this, why does this letter start off with promoting the Heartbreak Retrograde movie? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Why does it start off doing that? Because that is already like kind of crazy to me. This summer, I poured my heart into Heartbreak Retrograde, a project that includes a 6-song EP and a short film. Seeing it reach #1 on the iTunes R&B charts in top 20 overall has meant the world to me and my team. Your support has been incredible. Now, the letterhead starts off with, from the desk of attorney James L. Walker Jr. That's why it's been especially painful to watch a hurtful and completely untrue rumor spread online this week, accusing me of having an inappropriate relationship with my male co-star. Let me be clear, this is a lie. It's sad that the moment you achieve something meaningful, some people choose to respond with gossip and sensationalization. These rumors don't touch me. They touch our family, our kids, our loved ones, the people who never asked to be dragged into nonsense. I had hoped by now we see better from those who claim to report responsibly and love our people. As for me, I'm letting my lawyers take it from here. I'm staying focused on what I love, creating storytelling and making music and films that matter. If you haven't heard Heartbreak Retrograde yet, man, I hope you give it a listen. And thank you again for lifting us so high on the charts. What bothers me with this whole situation, had it been a woman saying and alleging these things, everybody would be mad at Tamar. But because it's a flamboyant gay, the girls are all up in arms and mad. And they're acting as if there isn't any, smoke to this fire. I'm sorry, okay? Of course, it's all alleged, right? But I do feel like this is just a big scheme. It's a big, big scheme, okay? And apparently, of course, he acted in this movie. When has Mendices acted? That's what I want to know. Like, I want y'all to take y'all feelings out of this, because I'm the type of friend, if I follow with you, I'm not going to tell your business unless you messing with me. And I think that's why he did this, because she would say a little slick stuff online and then also never went out to clear his name. Like, hey, he had nothing to do with why my teeth is broken. Leave him alone. I think had she did that, this would have never happened. He would have never said this. Maybe he would have said it way later when Mendices is probably not with Yandy whatsoever, but not as early as this. Okay? That's what I think. But to me, it's so hypocritical, you guys, being so mad at him, which I have the right to be mad at him, because it does look shiesty for him to expose a former friend's business, but then not look at Tamar sideways for even including him in a video, a whole married man who's not a legit actor. If we're really gonna keep it a buck, the man don't act. The only acting Mendices has done is lying during a skit. Like, let's keep it a buck. And I'm talking about a street skit, not an acting skit. Okay? But I wrote down a couple of jokes, y'all, because since Mendices is an actor, I got a couple of things that he may get confused, okay? Since Mendices is an actor, Mendices thinks backstage is being backstage of a hip-hop concert, not the casting site. Mendices is an actor and thinks Actors Access is a casting site for call girls. Mendices is an actor and thinks a callback is FaceTiming a bitch. Mendices is an actor and thinks a group read is shooting dice. Mendices is an actor and he thinks taking a beat is the headphones Beats by Dr. Dre. Mendices is an actor and he thinks getting a Q is a street nigga named Q who sells dope. Mendices is an actor and thinks that a dress rehearsal is Yandy looking for a dress for her wedding. That's all I got. I had to. I'm sorry. I just feel like what makes it look really suspicious is you even including him in the movie. Like, this is why I believe a little bit of the allegations, because it's like, out of all people that are acting in Atlanta, this was the one person. That doesn't sound funny to you guys? Out of all the actors, and I know this because I do gigs and stuff on the side, so it's like a lot of the castings that I'll be seeing, it be in Atlanta. It don't be a lot of other places, but Atlanta and LA. So it's like, I know there's hungry actors that need jobs. So he qualified that much. You get what I'm saying? Y'all, I clicked Tanisha from Bad Girls Club Live. You know this lady was low-key defending her. I know they're good Cookie Crunch girlfriends, but what she was saying had me gobsmacked. She said, this is why you don't tell people, friends and stuff, your business, and you could do stuff like you do stuff on the low key and blah 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 blah. Because of this stuff like this. Like, you don't send texts, I don't send locations on that. And I'm like, weren't you a married woman? Like, that is crazy. Like, this situation to me is really having me side out people, because I'm like, y'all some dirty hoes behind the scenes and y'all just don't care. Y'all rather not be outed and keep doing it and be mad at the person that does the outing. Like, I don't know about that, but hey, let me know what y'all think about that whole situation. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere legally, because although he alleged that they were making out in the back seat of the Uber car or whatever, he did say when they went up the stairs that he didn't know what they've done like from there. So he could easily spin that around as to just a proper cease and desist, just stop talking about the lady, but we'll see. And then she also captioned the letter and said, people like to trigger me, hoping for me to respond and crash out. That's the old me. I always feel the need to defend myself, but my lawyers will this time and every time instead. I'm tired, but I'm learning to take Martian's advice, using my voice to talk less and sing more. That's it. That's all. God bless. Thank you to my amazing attorney and team who don't lose. Ooh. Now back to big business. Heartbreak Retrograde went #1 on my label. Okay. We'll see how this goes. But once again, like I said, had it been anybody else who had spilt this, y'all would have a different reaction. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Now, B. Simone recently was asked the question: would she rather have silver and gold? Silver and gold. Oh, I rather have Jesus than silver and gold. No riches untold. Oh, I'd rather have Jesus than silver and gold. Gold, gold, gold. See, this is why people don't take B. Simone serious, because for you to be so adamant on spirituality, this answer to me is so crazy, because if you were offered to have $1 trillion or a talk with God, why would you take the $1 trillion versus a talk with the Lord, which is more valuable than the $1 trillion, especially if you're walking down the spiritual path? This is why people poke fun at B. Simone unwillingly, because of stuff like this. That question, you should have never answered it. If that was your answer, especially with the image that you have, this makes you look to me like a false prophet. It makes her look as if like it's like a facade.
I would rather have $1 trillion because I feel like God left his word. He left the Bible. There's nothing that he is going to tell me probably in those 10 minutes that isn't already in his word. And secondly, if you have a relationship with him, he can talk to you now. I truly believe the Holy Spirit is in me and he can talk to you. But Pharaoh's like, no, like I want to sit. You said you wanted to sit with Jesus, right? Yeah. Also, I feel like if I was really sitting face to face, excuse me, I'm stuttering because I see that's what I would do if I was face to face with Jesus. And I would waste my 10 minutes stuttering. Like, this is really crazy. Jesus is in front of me. So it's like, at this point, let me just go to my prayer room and pray. And I don't feel like there's going to be anything that Jesus would tell me in those 10 minutes that he hasn't left in his word.
10 minutes with Jesus can be a lifetime. You never know.
And I know when I die, I'm going to see Jesus. And I feel like I can tap into that now. I don't need 10 minutes with Jesus. Like, I have that now. Am I explaining this right? What would y'all do? Would y'all take the trillion or would y'all do 10 minutes with Jesus? I am taking the trillion and I'm going to my prayer room. Final answer. No, because seriously, I really hope I'm making sense.
What y'all think? Would y'all take the trillion or take the talk with God? What would y'all do? This one is a hard one only because it's like the trillion could change your life, but then it's like when it comes money, comes a lot of drama, comes evil. So it's like, would you take potential evil with the money or take somebody giving you advice that's going to change your life forever? You get what I'm saying? Because it's like, you get the money, but some people don't know what the fuck they're going to do with the money. They're going to F around. They're going to take the money, not invest it properly. You're going to have all types of people around you that shouldn't even be around you or talking to, using your ass for the money. So it's like, it's a lot of bad that could come with that $1 trillion versus that talk with God. So it's like, it's a hard one. It is a hard one. This is why I would pick the talk with God. The reason why is because you could change a lot off of that 10 minutes because you would know exactly what to do because you would ask certain questions versus the trillion, and then next thing you know, you're dead. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, it's hard. It's a hard one. It's a really, really hard one, especially if whatever situation you're in, it's a really, 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 really hard one. Okay. Now, Jaidyn Alexis sat down with Adam 22 and spoke a little bit about Miss Rock. She said she would never let Rock alone with her kids.
Mom, that he wanted all his kids to be there and that the baby mamas wouldn't be.
This specific situation is what happened with when she had to pull up like super nanny. She said, "I'm on my way." Yeah. She was super nanny with it. She like, "Oh, y'all got this bitch near my kids. I'm on my way." When she did like super nanny, yeah, I remember that show Super Nanny, and she decided to pull up. She's talking about that situation. She had to pull up at the arcade. The whole thing was filmed by Sitox.
Part of it.
Okay.
So I was completely fine with that because I was like, cool, I don't have to deal with him or the troll. You know what I mean? Like, let the kids go do whatever, and that's fine. And I let that happen. The kids go see their dad, and I guess they end up at the house and before they go to the arcade, and the bitch pops up. At this point, I don't know that the bitch is there at the house because all I would have wanted was like the respect to be like, hey, so-and-so is going to be here if you want to be here. Because they all know I don't want her around my kids if I'm not present.
Right.
Because clearly she's like a liability.
But what do you think that she would actually do to
I don't
kids?
trust her. The way she talks ill about my kids, about Blue, about her own kid, like, I don't know, like, are you going to put bleach in there?
The one thing I will disagree, I haven't seen where Chrisean's talk ill about her own child. Maybe I missed that post. And a lot of y'all, let me tell y'all know y'all so funny. I'm going to say something quickly about baddies real quick. A lot of y'all are really hypocrites because I'm going to tell y'all so team Rock, and I love Rock when she's against somebody I don't like. But the moment she's on her own, living her life, she's a horrible mother. She's a piece of crap. She's a POS. But when she's, arguing with a big Lex, or a big Lex may potentially squabble her, it was rocka. I find that so funny. This internet is full of hypocrites. I'm telling you.
Food? Are you going to put glass in their food? Are you going to not? If Journey runs out the house and maybe she's in the driveway, are you not going to watch her cross the street? Like, it's shit like that. Like, she seems like the type that would let something accidentally happen to my kid. And I just would rather, if she's going to be present, I want to be present around my children.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, I would respect the fact if I was around somebody that I hated and they wanted to be around their kid, no problem. You get me?
Because
I just wasn't comfortable with it.
Like, I understand that you are living in a world that is quite disconnected from the real world, but over here in the real world,
I don't care what you think, John.
Sorry, Adam, but no, I think she's 100% right. I wouldn't think it would be smart for her to do that either. I think that's the smart thing to do. I don't think Jaidyn gets enough respect being a part of that family as she should have. I feel like she deals with a lot that she does not say publicly. So God bless that lady. So, okay. I feel like any regular person that was a mother wouldn't let Chrisean run their kids alone, because you just don't know with her. Like, she'll walk away for a second. Next thing you know, your kid upside down in a pool somewhere. And it's just like, what happened? And it's just like, she'll just be like, I don't know, nigga. It just left, nigga. It just happened, nigga. It's an accident, nigga. But I went to God with it. Like, it's just like, you're gonna end up in some BS. All right. Now, I know we talked a little bit about this previously, but Kandi did submit records of basically the situation with the prenup and Todd signing it, because Todd is basically wanting the full custody and is also saying that the prenuptial agreement that he did not sign, that he did sign, he feels as if his attorneys were not present. And now Kandi has submitted clips from her wedding special to prove that he was a willing participant. Not only did Kandi, y'all, is so smart. When I tell y'all that Kandi is so else, she had this nigga signing the prenup. The Bravo cameras was filming it, and she had her own footage. If you could see in this clip, there is with him signing it, you're going to be seeing the notary there, of course, which is legal practice, the witness there as well. And then you have the camera woman standing there having him sign it, separate from Bravo. This is why I respect Kandi. She knows how to handle that business. Okay? It's what Justice said, it's quantity, not quality. It's quality, not quantity. Like, literally. Come on now. I feel like this is like that's an open case closed situation. Like, what is there more to argue? Like, the footage is there. How could you argue this? Mind you, in this video, which I cannot play due to copyright, you could hear the attorney saying, are you sure you are signing this without being coerced into signing this document? He says yes. I don't get it. And you know what's crazy? I feel like he's really doing this because of the internet. This is why the internet has created so much problems when it comes to relationships. First of all, people don't even take it serious. You could just, do whatever you want and kiss and act, and it just be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody cares anymore. Like, it's just like nothing is taken serious no more. And I feel like he's doing this because of the internet. I think the internet making fun of him and saying basically like, haha, like, everybody was right about you. Look at what you're doing. Blase, blase, blase. You signed that prenup, so you ain't getting nothing from it. So I feel like he's trying to puff up his chest at Kandi and at us to show that, hey, I'm still big dog. I'm still trying to get my way, regardless if you like it or not. Now, he did write a touching letter on Instagram from kind of thanking his mom from above, basically saying that he's like all alone down here, which I kind of hate that he's using that in the midst of everything, because we all saw the wedding special, for those of us, me, that watched it, and we all know that his relationship with her relationship with Kandi Mama was not the best. She is now deceased, you guys, and this is the letter that he wrote. He said, Mama, I hope you are resting well. I need you more than ever right now. You raised a good man that will continue to make you proud. My boy Ramon unalived yesterday. Tell him I said what's up. I have a lot of unfinished business down here, but I look forward to the day I'll see you again. And if you see God, tell him I'm doing my best and I have faith in this journey he has me on because I know I'm destined for greatness. Love you, the best damn son in the world. Guess who was the first person to comment? Dennis. Anyways, the whole situation to me is still sad though, because it's like, y'all ever see a couple you actually rooting for like in real life and you never even met them maybe? That was one of them. So it's just like, damn, like, you couldn't have stuck it out. Like, come on. Come on. You're proving everybody right. Everybody. All right. So Odell Beckham Jr. is going viral for something that he said during an interview. He basically said that he can't survive a lifetime off of $100 million 5-year contract deal. He feels like it's not enough.
You're getting taxed. Do the math. That's 12 a year, that you have to spend, use, save, invest, flaunt, like whatever, however, just being real. I'm gonna buy a car, I'm gonna get my mama a house, I'm gonna do everything costs money. So if you spending $4 million a year, that's really 40 million over 5 years, 8 a year, and now you start breaking down the numbers, it's like that's a 5-year span of where you're getting 8 million. Can you make that last forever? And you always hear the people who ain't us and ain't been in the position like, oh, well, that would last a lifetime. Yeah, this job that I sacrificed my whole life for, they are giving me that. I didn't ask for the certain dollar amount or whatever, but we weren't taught about no financial literacy and all the way.
This is why us Black people, if y'all watch my video, y'all, please go watch my video on Girl La La. Please watch my video on Girl La La and the whole situation. A big thing that us Black people do not know how to invest in is life insurance. Please invest in life insurance. It is very important. There are certain policies you can borrow from. I just feel like we as Black people need to do better. Like, if we're not educated on certain stuff, we need to go out there and learn it ourselves. Because one thing about it, we are targeted to not be educated on certain things. There's certain jobs that us people of color will work, and purposefully people that are not of color will not let us be informed, just so that way that we're not informed and we can be deemed as unintelligent or not knowledgeable of it, so that way we could be behind and they're ahead. So as much as people are clowning him, this is like a big learning lesson, because that's a lot of money that you could invest in and make a lot of money from. You just have to know how to work it properly. And some people may say like, oh, it's just about the upkeep of the lifestyle and stuff. Upkeep of what lifestyle? If you are still trying to impress somebody in this year, 2025 going into 2026, you are, I ain't gonna say that word. You are stupid. Stupid. I don't care how rich you are. You shouldn't be trying to impress a mother thing at all, especially with this orange man in office impressing. You might as well find a bridge and jump. I'm telling you, like, you shouldn't be impressing a mother thing. So the upkeep of life to me isn't an excuse, because you can still have nice things and luxurious things and still not go overboard and still manage your money correctly.
Hey, we talk about it all the time. We weren't taught this skill, and it's kind of like when you've sacrificed your whole life to get here. And you're like, yeah, I played 10 years in the league, and I always explain this to people, like, bro, you give somebody a 5-year, $100 million contract, right? What is it really? It's 5 years for 60. You're getting taxed. Do the math. That's 12 a year. That you have to spend, use, save, invest, flaunt, like whatever, however.
That's what Mama Joyce auntie did. Not Mama Joyce auntie, Kandi auntie did. That's where we fall short, y'all. We be trying to stunt. And I'm not innocent either. I be trying to stunt sometimes too. And it's like, I'll be having to catch myself, because it's like, you cannot be trying to impress motherfuckers, because you don't know what they had to do to get what they have. That's where we as Black people fall short. Flaunt. Right there. That's what's making the money go away. The flaunting. We care too much about what each other thinks. And we do it to each other because if we see them up that we think is like rich or something and they don't have something that's luxurious, we gonna clown them, right? We gonna clown them and we gonna make it seem like, oh my God, why don't you have this car? Or why aren't you wearing this designer or whatever? Aren't you rich? Aren't you on this show? So we're gonna have to hit us Black people with the why would you do that?
Now I know you ain't doing that. I can't believe you did this. That's why I don't tell you nothing. Because why you do that? Why I do what?
Why you do what? Flaunt. Okay. This is a good learning lesson. I'm glad this went viral, you guys, because it's something that we don't talk about enough until it's too late, until niggas is filing bankruptcies, until niggas is broke. So that's a good conversation. And key word with that is flaunt. So y'all remember Married to Medicine, right? And the whole situation that Jackie asked one of the newer cast members, is her thyroid enlarged? And she answered back kind of uncomfortably. Well, she did turn this into a learning lesson and feels as if it's great to turn this into a learning lesson, but feels that professionals should use their expertise to shame others. Okay. This is about the second time that Jackie has done this. And I've always side-eyed her. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's just certain people, like, I wouldn't trust her as my doctor. I'm not gonna lie. Because I feel like you're so, like, messy. Like, a medical professional, to me, should be somebody who's so willing to, like, ask somebody like that in public. Like, if she had pulled her to the side and it was caught on camera, I feel like that would be appropriate.
Cute pink dress. I think I look beautiful. Meeting all these people for the first time. And then out of the blue, I get asked, is your thyroid enlarged?
Ooh.
Did she just ask me that? Did she ask me that in public? Is she being shady? Yes, she is. But this does create an opportunity to take this a little bit further. Further than being petty, further than being shady, anything like that, is we can talk about a bigger issue, which more than 20 million Americans suffer for some type of thyroid condition. And 60% have no clue like me. I had no clue until I was pregnant with my twins. My labs went crazy. My hormones went crazy. Like everything went out of whack. I now know that I have a condition that I never knew about. And my hormones exacerbate.
The first incident that Dr. Jackie did something similar to this is she basically revealed the fact that one of the other cast members was infertile. So it was an event about, from what I remember, the event was women and infertility issues. And then she was literally on the stage while everybody was standing there and said, Buffy, you would understand what I'm talking about because you're infertile. And then she stood there like, and everybody looked at her. And y'all, this lady, y'all, that she did that to, she hates her to this day, y'all. Like, she started a YouTube channel at Augur. Like, she cannot stand Dr. Jackie for nothing.
Made it, right? So that's why this is such an important issue. It's important to have these conversations so that we're educated and we're made aware, right? I've been a nurse practitioner for 15 years. Like, I educate my patients. Like, we really dive deep into what's going on with them. We do comprehensive lab work. I've diagnosed so many people with thyroid conditions that they never knew even existed. So that's why I love what I do. That's why I love pouring into other people. And that's why it's important to watch your words. You never know what somebody else is going through or what their story is. But what we can't do is use our expertise to shame someone else for what they have going on or what we perceive that they have going on. But what you can do is catch us next Sunday on Married to Medicine.
Okay, I love that promo. Okay, Bravo would love you, babes. He really would. He really would. I mean, Andy would love you, babe. He really would. Okay, that's it for today, y'all. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Do you guys believe these Tamar allegations? Heavy on the allegations. Allegedly. Allegedly.
I say allegedly. Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let me know what y'all think down below. And we're out, babies.
Welcome to the